Hey everyone, Honest Chewy here. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. And I've just got through watching about a couple of days ago a movie called Bad Samaritan, and it stars David Tennant, Robert Sheehan. Sorry if I'm butchering his last name. It's Klaus out of Umbrella Academy. If anyone watches that on Netflix, I'd recommend it if you don't. It's very good. Although it does get a bit strange, but it's good. Just roll with it. And it's directed, which I didn't know this movie, directed by the same guy who did Independence Day, the original Independence Day, and the original Godzilla, well, the 1998 one, the one, it was him. Um, so this movie pretty much is, I'm just going to like dive into it. It's a few year old, about 3 year old, and you probably haven't heard of it because it got such, like, it hardly got any publicity at all. Like the advertisements for it, like it was out before COVID. It was 18. Um, I didn't know it existed, and it was on in the theaters. It was on like Cineworld, Showcase, all the other ones in America. My apologies, they're the two local ones. Um, it was on like all of them, and I didn't even know because I would have went and seen it just for David Tennant. And like David Tennant playing a villain, even hero or whatever, I'll watch. A little bit of a shame with this movie is he doesn't have his accent. He has like a English Irishy sort of accent. It's like a sort of tinge to it. But on the upside, Klaus actually does speak. He has his Irish accent, so it's like he has his proper accent in it, which is class. Shout out to his friend as well in the movie. He's a very good actor. Um, and I'm just going to start with how it starts, really, which would be ideal. It's pretty much he shows you a kid whipping a horse to death. And it's not as brutal as it sounds. It's more just you get the gist, and then all of a sudden he shoots the woman who's training it, and you're just like, wow, you know whose character that is. Straight off the bat, I'm like, yeah, we all know he's crazy, and it's pretty much about these two carvaleters who have a job at this restaurant, and what they do is they say, oh, we're going to park a car up. It's quite clever, actually. Going to park a car up, and they'll take the keys for them, and they'll go in the car, and they'll use the sat nav, and they'll put it on home. And obviously, when you fling them your car keys, as a rule, they've got your house keys on, or they've got, mine do. Not that I have a car, but if I did, it'd be on the same one as my house keys. So they go and they rob the place, but do it one at a time. One of them stays back, watches, the other one robs. And he has a girlfriend in the movie, slash fiance, because he proposed to her. And she's good. Chemistry between them two, spot on. But I'll get into like a little bit. That was a bit of a shame in the movie. Um, it starts like that, and then pretty much go on people's houses, and I won't spoil what happens at the beginning because there is a funny scene. Um, and pretty much it goes into David Tennant's house, who gives him the car. And obviously, if you watch the trailer, you'll see it in the trailer. He goes, "Don't, nice car, mate." Like he says, David Tennant. He goes, "Yeah, don't touch it," and it's proper like class. And obviously, his mate goes in instead. It's not his mate. It's Klaus who go. I'm going to call him Klaus. He goes in instead of his mate because he tells his mate not to touch the car because he didn't trust him. And anyway, he goes to David Tennant's house, has a little look around, seeing what he can rob, realises he's got a card and, signing up for it in his name instead, sort of thing, so they can steal it. Signing up for David Tennant faking to be him and taking money because he doesn't know he's got the card yet. And he sees a room, and this house is like high tech, like everything is like remote. Like there's a scene, and it isn't really a spoiler. I won't say what happens in the scene, but I'll say how the house works. Everything locks. Like there's a scene he goes inside this house before I get into the other bit. He goes back to that house that he tries to rob, um, and David Tennant must push a button or something, and everything locks. All the doors just like literally like locks vanish. Like the slide in and he can't get out at all. And this is like what he's figured out. He figured it out quite early actually. At the beginning, there's a door with no lock at all. Uh, he, so he has a rummage through the keys and there's a little scan thing and he scans it and it opens up the door and there's a woman No, scratch that. There's a computer, and he goes on the computer to get some personal information so he can get the card. Takes a photo of the personal information on the screen, and the woman's face is there, and she's blooming tied up. So there's a woman all chained up, like really chained up, and the movie's actually fantastic at the whole everything you would do in that situation. Like, some people would run and leave it, but your average person who does that type of thing, who like would go to someone's house and steal, you'd probably try and free him. And that's what he was doing. He was bashing at chains, trying to free her, because that's not what he signed up for. He signed up for a quick bit of cash. Anyway, long story short, she doesn't get out, and the movie pretty much revolves around him trying to get David Tennant arrested and trying to get that girl free. And I've got to say, it's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Very good performances. Obviously, David Tennant we know, and I'm going to keep calling him Klaus, I apologise, but his acting in it is like spot on. And his friend's good in it as well. And the girl, the woman in it who was tied up, she's fantastic. So pretty much that movie. It's on for about 2 hours, just over 2 hours. And it does drag a little bit. Now, I mentioned at the beginning about having a girlfriend / fiance. Right? She's hardly in it. Like, I forgot about her. I'm not going to lie. And it's not a dig at the movie. It's just something that could have... It needed to be as long as it was. But certain scenes needed to show her a bit more. Like, she should have been on the phone with him. Even if you just rang her. I know why she wasn't, because they wanted to save time, because it was a long movie anyway, and it probably would have dragged on a bit. But I just felt very like there's a certain scene, something happens to her, I won't quite say what, and I don't really care if she died or not. A certain bit happens beforehand of a certain photo getting leaked of her, and I felt that was just a bit dumb, how she just assumed it was him. Like, she's nigh on engaged to him. Well, she is engaged to him. She knows he wouldn't have shared it. And you're aware of hackers. Like, seriously, she's in literally, I think she's in college as well. So she should be smart enough to know, especially in college days when you can get everything spreaded and hacked on Facebook, that it's a hacker, not him. Anyway, long story short, full movie. Very good movie. I'd say go and watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. Just search Bad Lieutenant. It's really good, and the ending's the ending's satisfying. Just put it that way. It's not a spoiler, but it's good. And real quick before I sign out, before I end this video, I spotted something at the shop the other day, and I thought, well, I'll give my Jaffa Donut review, my Jonuts. I might as well do another review. So I stumbled upon Hazelnut Wispa. Now, the thing I messed up here is, instead of reading, I've read Hazelnut Wispa thinking chunks hazelnut flavour, so I'm going to open it up now, have a quick bite of it and see what it is. Because I couldn't do a full video of this. Oh, it smells good. It's the caramel ones as well. Take a bite, it might be hard to be in the fridge a bit. It's just a different flavour. Can't taste it. If someone gave me that without the wrapper on, alongside a caramel one, I wouldn't know. I spoke too soon. Wow, you get hit with that hazelnut. Whoa. Not sure about that. I don't know about that. If you like hazelnut, yeah. It reminds me of the, once you get to Quality Street. Reminds me of them. I'm probably getting whacked with, I'm getting racked with hazelnut right now. I'm going to have to drink this flavoured water. Now that, I'd recommend going and getting blackcurrant and cherry flavoured water. Anyway, I just figured I'd do a quick review on that. Why not, eh? Yeah, if you like hazelnut, go and buy it. It's a bit much for me, but it's what I was expecting. Right, I will see you in the next video. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching. If anyone's new to watching a video, Obviously, I know it'll be my regular watchers. Anyone new, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, stuff like that. Right, I will see you in the next one. Signing out. Bye.